The number one secret to manifesting love, guys, this is a game changer to manifesting love, to attracting love, to being the one that is chosen. Before I go into this video, hi everybody, I'm Natalie and welcome to my channel As the Pennies Drop. If you are new here, then please click the subscribe button. I am here to guide you all to creating a life you love, deserve and desire. And if you would like to find out more about me, my one-on-one coaching solutions, my workshops, programs, then all you need to do is click the link below, the description box, in the description box, or email me at natalie@asthepenniesdrop.com. Okay, so let's get back to this exciting video. Being authentic, being your authentic self, showing up vulnerably, knowing that this is who I am, that this is me. When you do this, not only are you saying that you can express yourself clearly, but you're saying that you accept yourself fully. You have literally then stopped abandoning yourself. So many people hold themselves back in fear of being their true selves. And why? Because they are in search of validation from others. So how can you show up to be your true authentic self, to be the most vulnerable self, to attract the love that you deserve? Stop giving a shit about what others think. Stop giving a fuck about what these other people think about you. Stop needing others to validate who you are, because who you are is amazing and is enough. Stop holding yourself back to get this validation from others. I've been on dates before in the past where I needed the other person to validate me in relationships, where I was so desperate for the other person to just see me, validate me and my worth. I would bend over backwards, even when I was totally exhausted, just to please them. I would skimp myself out, buying things just to show them that I cared. Even saying this out loud, I'm cringing. I can't believe that this used to be who I am. This is so exhausting when you hold yourself back, when you're not being the real you, when you give a shit more about what others think about you than you think about yourself. You know, I can't believe I was one of these people, but I was, and I cared more about how someone saw me than how I saw myself. Having to be a particular way just to get these people to see me as an amazing person, holding myself back, going above for others, doing things I didn't want to do. I was not being true to me. I was not being authentic. I cared so much about what these other people thought of me because I was so afraid that they would leave, that they would not want me, that they would see I wasn't enough. I was so desperate that I needed their approval. I needed their validation more than I needed to be myself. You know, I could be the most vulnerable person in so many situations, but with relationships, I just couldn't do it. I was full of fear. When we are being vulnerable and authentic, we are literally stepping into this world of uncertainty. We don't know how other people are going to react to us, whether they're going to stay or whether they're going to reject us. When you are being your true self, showing up vulnerably and being authentic, you are literally changing the trajectory of your life, because you are finally allowing these people to see the real you. No matter what the outcome, no matter what. You may not even realize that you are not being authentic, that you are not being vulnerable, because this has been so ingrained within you that this is your identity. But when you can understand that you are doing this, what you realize is that what you've been doing is abandoning yourself. And as you know, everyone is a mirror to you. So this will then reflect back to you in how you're shown up for and how people treat you. So your key to being chosen to experience the love that you deserve is to be authentic and vulnerable and to let go of any outcome. It is having that courage, it's having and taking that leap of faith to no longer abandon yourself and to own this version of you that you had been hiding from for fear of what other people may see and that they may not like. So when you are able to do this, as I said, you will change the trajectory of your life in such an incredibly powerful way. You will be so much more attractive and irresistible. Those that truly love you and want you in their lives, they will stay. And those that don't, they will leave, but that's okay, because you'll be creating space for more of those that truly love you, value you and accept you and choose you just as you are. You will no longer be wasting time, yours or theirs. So commit to yourself. Commit to what you're saying. If you say no to something, Say no to it. Commit to that. No matter what somebody's response is, it doesn't matter. Remain faithful to what is fundamentally right for you. Let's say, for example, you're online dating and someone is really pushing hard. They really want to speak to you. They really want to have that chat with you on the phone, and it's just been an incredible long day and you're exhausted, you're really tired. So we're just using this very simple example. What do? Do you say yes and go against what is right for you, having that early night, that quiet night that you've been looking forward to? Or do you say no and agree to a time that is better for you? Be true to who you are. When you're feeling like you're in a state of caring more about what others think, you're going to be thinking more along the lines of, and this is something that I used to do, oh, they'll get angry if I say no. They won't want to see me again. Maybe I won't hear from them again. Or they will be sad if I say no. Or maybe you would rather not do that thing they suggested, but you do it anyway. There have been so many nights I have spent doing what I didn't want to do, all because I was fearful that they would get upset with me. And I remember one time in my life, I was a bit of a mess, actually. My mum was in hospital for a few months and I missed her so much. I was applying for a new job, doing all the prep that comes with all of that. And I had a boyfriend this one particular night that wanted to see me. But I was feeling so sad. And I knew what I wanted was to have the evening to myself, have a bath and a glass of wine and get an early night. But I went against that. And that night actually went against me. I went against my truth. I didn't show up authentic to myself or vulnerable enough to say what I needed, to do what I wanted to do. And like I said, it turned out to be a horrible night. There was no sympathy for what was happening to me. And why? Because I was so fearful of what if I didn't go? What would this person think? What would happen? Would I get more upset? Would I be even sadder than what I already was? But the thing is here was that in the end, I was more upset from going than if I just said no and kept to my word and shown up vulnerably for myself to be my authentic self. You know, I could have seen him then the next day, refreshed, having slept well. So what do? Bring it back to yourself and what you feel is the most authentic to you in that moment. Ask yourself, what is or what feels the most right thing for me to do right now? So get a pen and paper, guys, and maybe comment below too. What is it that you want to be able to experience in a relationship? What are your values? Your values and what you want to attract in your life. These values are what you are wanting to live up to. And, you know, this is something that I dive deeply into in my 5-week Ultimate Transformation Program. And you can check that program out by clicking the link below. It will take you to my website. Because when we have values and what we want with who we are and how we consciously choose to live our lives, the more we live by these values, the more we will experience these values, more expand more of them, have more of them, be more of them, do more of them. These values will be what will shape your relationship, your life, yourself. But the opposite is true too. So if you go against these values and you show up unauthentically, not being vulnerable to your values or committing to your needs, this is what you will only get more of and experience more of in your life. You know, maybe your values in a relationship are love, loyalty, quality time, support, prioritization, somebody that's reliable, somebody that's very nurturing. You don't have to create a very, very long list, just a few, but whatever you want to experience and to attract in a relationship is based on you living by these values for you. When you live by these values, this is how you become irresistible and so extremely magnetic. Remember, life is a mirror of what you are. So when you are in a relationship with somebody, ask yourself, how are they with you? Rather than, oh, I hope that they really like me. I hope that they fall in love with me. Ask yourself, how are they with you? It is the same if you go on a date. It isn't about whether they like you or not. It's about you thinking, how are they with you? Is that how you want them to be? Is that what you're looking for? Is that aligned to your values? That's what you want to be thinking, because when you embody these values, you will become extremely powerful. So be clear, be vulnerable, be the real you, and live by your values and what you want to attract in your life. And it really is that simple when we can let go of that fear, when we can let go of the need of needing to be validated by others, when we can start saying no, committing to ourselves, doing what is right for us, not worrying about the outcome, not worrying about how the other person is acting towards us because we've said no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like I said, those, when you show up authentically and vulnerably, those that truly love you and have chosen you and want to be in your life, want to have you in their life, they will stay. And those that don't, they will go. But that will create the room that you need to create more of this love for who you are, not for who you're trying to be. Remember, guys, like I said, life is a mirror. It's only going to reflect back to you. So if you're abandoning yourself, if you're not being true to yourself, if you're not accepting yourself fully, if you're not committing to yourself, if you're going against your values, you will just get more of that reflected back to you. If, like I said, you want to find out more about how we go about understanding what these values are, deep diving into this through the Ultimate Transformation Program, then you can go to my website, links below, or email me at natalie@asthepenniesdrop.com. That's it from me today, guys. Take care, and I'll be back very soon.